What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in to round up Bungie's weekly blog post, which is the TWID. So for this week in Destiny, as always, Bungie have a handful of updates for us. Some of them are linked to the upcoming content in Act 3. We'll round up everything there, plus a couple of additional updates, crossover stuff, Guardian Games news, and more. So I hope you guys find it useful today. First up, worth mentioning, but Destiny 2 was officially revealed 8 years ago. As of today, that's absolutely wild. Of course, we're over a decade now in the Destiny franchise overall, but even 8 years is wild since we first saw Destiny 2. In the context of our lives, that's a fairly long time. Something that didn't take too long though, and Destiny 2 shared, "Congratulations Titans for winning Guardian Games 2025. I think in most years they've tended to announce this technically right at the back end of the event itself, but given that Titans have been so dominant and with the number of days actually left, it is now indeed a fact that Titans have won for the year. So not really surprising, we've known that was going to happen since after the first few days, I guess. Of course, the event itself will run for a few more days up until the next weekly reset, which will be Tuesday 1st of April. So that's that. Otherwise, you can see some gameplay in the background here of the announcement trailer for the Sea of Thieves Destiny 2 crossover. So Sea of Thieves has got a bunch of cosmetic items and things, and some weapon skins, which are pretty cool as well. Interesting to see those Destiny weapons, but with the art style from Sea of Thieves. So for any pirates out there, if you often play Sea of Thieves, you can now get access to that stuff. Next up though, let's get on to Bungie's TWID, and they speak about Act 3. So they say the moment is here. We've been exploring the reawakened Dreadnought for some time now, and our allies have uncovered many hidden secrets thanks to your help, but now it's time to solve this situation with the Hive Pantheon. So one new area will be available in the Nether, along with new encounters and hazards, so that's pretty cool. I think we'll be getting the Hull Breach Zone, which was the start-in zone for the Dreadnought back in D1. On top of that though, they say Court of Blades will see new foes and mechanics arrive too, and the Barodiad SMG will get 2 new catalysts as well as its 5th and final intrinsic. So those components in themselves will be nice, but lastly, there are new and darkest corners of Oryx's ship that require Guardians to explore and bring to light, so it's time to delve into the Sunless Cell and new reprised Strike. Its Grandmaster version will also be available for the first official time with the launch of Act 3 as well, so very much looking forward to that stuff. And a big positive right here with regards to Heresy rewards, they say, with Act 3 coming shortly, we're taking the opportunity to tune rewards in Expert Nether and Court of Blades as well, and the overall goal is to give you higher chances for weapons, adepts, and specifically tie this with your output. So starting next week, we'll have higher chances for adepts the better we perform, then later boss chests in Expert Nether will have greatly increased adept chances, and higher score tiers, gold and platinum within Court of Blades will do the same. Additionally, players will have higher chances for an additional weapon reward at higher tiers within the court, so overall, this is a general buff to the drop rates for adept weapons in Heresy content, which is really good. It's especially been a point of feedback when it comes to Court of Blades. The adept drops there are pretty rough. Then when it comes to shiny weapon drops, obviously they can be pretty hit and miss. The Nether, generally more rewarding than Court of Blades, I think, is the consensus, but hopefully these changes will bring them closer to par, and on top of the other updates to the Nether, it'll be a nice way to round out grabbing, hopefully, the final few juicy weapon drops with that buff next week. So that's what Bungie speak about regarding Act 3. Something I do want to point out, expectation-wise, Bungie did confirm in their live stream that Rite of the Nine will be dropping later in Act 3 and not immediately at launch. I've seen a few arguments as to whether that's what Bungie did indeed say, and it is indeed what they said. So the first part of Act 3 really is focused on the conclusion of the Heresy part specifically. Looking forward to it though. Otherwise, they share the artifact perks, which will consist of Unstoppable Rocket Launcher. We've known about these for a little while, I guess Bungie are confirming it. Another one is Vile Weave, and targets hit by your tangles are severed, and picking up a tangle reduces the tangle cooldown. There's also Perpetual Destruction, where rapid final blows with non-exotic rocket launchers refund ammo and increase reload speed for a short time. Then there'll be Gold from Lead, where picking up special ammo has a chance to grant heavy ammo, and to Shreds, where dealing sustained damage to targets will unravel them. Then defeating a severed target creates a hotspot of strand energy, granting woven mail to nearby allies for a short duration, and the boost for that is that unraveling projectiles deal increased damage, with further increased damage to severed targets. So those are the new artifact mods. A couple of them sound pretty juicy, so let us know if you're excited to check them out. Otherwise, Iron Banner will also be live with the first week of Act 3, so that's next week, April 1st. Bungie point out the Warlord Spear, the Arc Trace Rifle, and the Peacebond Sidearm will once again be available, as well as the rest of the loot pool for the event, so something else to look forward to if you're after any of those weapons. Next up though, for Trials this weekend, they say it will honour Guardian games. So firstly, Shiora's Wrath will be the featured weapon, if you want to try and pick that up. And Disjunction will be the Trials map for the first time as well this weekend, so it's going to be an interesting one. And they add that they've given the Disjunction map some Trials-specific tune-ins, so that's good, but otherwise they add, to spice things up further this weekend, we're also introducing one of each class-based matchmaking in honour of Guardian games. So while Supremacy has pitted classes against each other, the Trials experience will be more about splitting your team composition to include one Warlock, one Titan, and one Hunter. So an additional interesting component for Trials this week. Keep in mind though, Trials won't return next weekend, as Iron Banner will be live instead. Bungie reiterate, there are some Trials Bungie rewards available, so if you want to check those out, like the Trials ring here, that's in the TWID, which I will link below. Otherwise, next week, alongside the launch of Act 3, we'll get another patch. This one's got some additional Crucible sandbox tune-ins. So firstly, Redrix's S-Dark. Bungie have already tuned this weapon once, but it's remained a serious outlier, in their words. And of course it is true if you look at the weapon usage. So in the patch next week, they'll be reducing range by 8, so it goes from 54 to 46. The handling will be reduced by 5 points as well, from 74 to 69, and aim assist reduced by 2, so that will go down to 80 points of aim assist. I'm sure it's still going to be a strong weapon after that, but no doubt those changes will be felt, so I guess we'll see exactly how it pans out. For Lone Wolf, they say the changes they'll make to this will also be paired with a nerf to aim assist bonus granted by the Lone Wolf perk. So they're reducing the base aim assist bonus from 10 to 5, and when not near teammates, it'll go from 20 to 10, as well as increasing the base airborne effectiveness bonus from 10 to 15. And they say combined, this will result in a net decrease of 7 aim assists for Redrix users when paired with base Lone Wolf, and a decrease of 12 from its maximum strength. Plus, the enhanced version of the perk has been altered correspondingly as well, so let us know your thoughts on those. Otherwise, for Closing Time, they say we want to take a swing at the overperformance of Closing Time on special weapons, so we've reduced the effect on special ammo weapons to better align it with other perks like Threat Detector, Under Pressure, or Opening Shot. So they've reduced the benefits by 50% when used on a special weapon. That's quite a big change. Then for machine guns, they say they're overperforming compared to other heavy ammo options in the Crucible. So machine guns with a magazine size of 80 or less will now get 22 rounds from a heavy ammo crate. Obviously these are PvP focused changes for those, but I'm sure there'll be some additional things in that patch given that it is at the start of a new act for the episode. But let us know your thoughts on those PvP focused changes down below, and I'm sure as we get into Act 3, Bungie will give us further details on the Rites of the Nine stuff, heavy metal, and other things which may be coming a bit later on in the episode. So there we go for today, guys. That is what we have to round up from the TWID. I will link it down below if you want to check out any components of it, but if you've enjoyed this video, a rating really does help us out. And once again, share any thoughts you have in the comment section. But otherwise, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.